the reason we're getting very messed up nowadays in terms of gender identity and where we're going, and especially men find it very difficult to know what a man is or what a man should do, is because in letting go of the roles that define our jobs, we've also let go of the roles that define our identity. And if you don't have anything to define your identity, you're going to be lost. That's the basic truth of the matter. So what do you attach your identity to? Usually it's your job, and it kind of goes around. It's a feedback loop. It's your job that defines your identity, which defines what job you get. But that's all up in the air now. We can do whatever job we want. If you want to be a nurse, you can be a nurse. So where do you attach your identity to? Where do you get your identity from? Where does a man get his identity from? My thinking here is that we have to reinvent roles for ourselves. We can't do without roles, because that's what shapes us. We need to know who we are and what we are. So we need to redefine what it means to be a man, as distinct from what it means to be a woman. I don't like the term new man, because new man just seems to be defined by what women want in men. And what women say they want in men is very different from what they find attractive in men. So you can't cater your identity to what the opposite gender wants. That's absurd. You've got to find what makes you happy, what gives you strength, completely independent from the opposite sex. In the same way that women have defined what they want and who they are, completely distinct from what men have wanted them to be. And we need to now redefine roles that define what it means to be a man. And that's what we're working on. That's what we're working on here. That's an ongoing struggle for me.
Men on the whole feel unhappy unless they have a female partner. I don't believe the same is true with women. Women, yes, like to have a male partner, but by and large they get on very well together. They tend to, their friendships, it seems to be the case that female friendships cater for their emotional needs. Male friendships tend not to touch the emotional needs. Men tend to be involved in when they're talking, when they're interacting with something that is outside of themselves, like a game of football, darts, whatever. It isn't the same with women. Women are not as dependent on men emotionally as vice versa, is my belief.
Men are very fearful of women, even in relationships. Men are far more dependent on women, believe it or not, than women are on men. Possibly because a small boy is at his mother's mercy for very many years of his life.
Who do you think is emotionally stronger?
Women are definitely emotionally stronger. There's even been studies, digital psychology, showing that after a breakup, they study divorces, but say a breakup, that women get over it on average in a matter of months, about 3 months. Men take about 3 years.
2 to 3 hours.
No,
it looks like that.
Again, I'm coming from
months.
experience, and it would seem as though women would get over it.
They get over it a lot faster than men do, which is a total lie. The whole lie to the idea that men are kind of completely insensitive and we don't care.
Stone Cold, Steve Austin.
We're not. Absolutely, we have feelings. Do you know what I mean?
In fact, it's the opposite. Women are the stone cold ones.
So why is it we think that women are so sensitive and vulnerable emotionally, and it's actually
because
men
they're mothers.
Probably.
They're our mothers. We're not talking about women. We're talking about our mothers. That's what we do when we talk kind of all this stuff about kind of the sensitivity of women and the goodness and the innocence. We're talking about our mums. We're plainly not talking about our girlfriends.
What do you mean by we're talking about our mums?
We're talking about our experience of women from the experience of our mothers. So
we're not looking
in
at
terms
it,
of caring, in terms of we're looking at it from the point of view of a little child being cared for by this perfect mother, and that's our idea of women. That's when we talk about women. That's what we talk about.
Well, I don't.
But then you go beyond that, and exactly. You go beyond that, and you start talking about the women in terms of the women that we've known, and they turn out to be stone cold. They're over in and out. Jesus.
So how come your mother's the complete opposite to that then?
I don't know, because you are a son.
So basically, you feel you owe them your life, and so that's it. You pretty much. There's nothing they can do wrong.
Well, they're the ones caring for you, and you're only a child at that point.
I think my mother's the only woman that hasn't hurt me, actually. Well, she physically beat me, but that's...
Yeah, well, same here.
But that's okay.
That's cultural.